The night at Arthur Ashe Stadium wasn't just about tennis. It wasn't just about another quarterfinal at the US Open. For Novak Djokovic, it was about family, about legacy, and about a daughter waiting on the other side of the world, celebrating her 8th birthday without her father by her side. The clash with Taylor Fritz had been circled on the calendar long before it happened, but fate had given it a deeper meaning. September 5th wasn't only match day, it was Tara's day. Djokovic's little girl, the light of his life, was turning 8, and while balloons, cake, and gifts were waiting for her at home, her father was in New York, chasing history, chasing his 25th Grand Slam, and what unfolded on that court was more than a tennis match. It was a story of sacrifice, of determination, and of a man who continues to balance two worlds, Novak Djokovic, the tireless champion, and Novak the father, who never forgets the sound of his daughter's laugh. From the very first point, Djokovic played with a fire that seemed fueled by something beyond tennis. His body, at 38 years old, doesn't recover the way it used to. He knows this. Every match at this stage of his career is a grind, every recovery session is longer, every warm-up more important. And yet, against Fritz, it looked as though time had no hold on him. He was sharp, precise, relentless, dictating rallies, punishing second serves, moving with the grace and intensity that defined his career a decade earlier. The American crowd tried to rally behind Fritz, their homegrown hope, but Djokovic silenced them point after point. His intensity didn't waver, and every time he clenched his fist, every time he let out a roar, you could feel the energy radiating far beyond New York. This wasn't just for himself. This was for Tara, because only days earlier, after defeating Jan-Lennard Struff, Djokovic admitted something raw and real. He said his daughter wasn't too happy about him missing her birthday. He smiled when he said it, but the weight of those words was heavy. For a man who has built his life around tennis, the sacrifices often look glamorous from the outside: private jets, luxury hotels, the applause of thousands. But the truth is different. The truth is that sometimes greatness means missing the little things: a school recital, a family dinner, an 8th birthday, and so, Djokovic promised her something else. He promised gifts, yes. But he also promised something symbolic, something only he could deliver. He promised victory. As the match wore on, the outcome never truly looked in doubt. Fritz fought, he hustled, he hit his serves with all the power he could muster, but Djokovic was simply operating on another level. The Serb raced through the first two sets with trademark precision, mixing baseline dominance with surgical net play. And in the third, even as Fritz tried to mount a late surge, Djokovic shut the door with the cold efficiency of a champion who has seen every possible scenario before. When the final point was won, Djokovic didn't just celebrate the way he always does. No, this moment was different. He looked into the crowd, raised his racket, and then, with a smile, he lifted it to his shoulder and played it like a violin. The crowd erupted. The cameras zoomed in. And everyone watching understood what it meant. That wasn't for the fans. That wasn't for the journalists or the record books. That was for Tara. The violin celebration had already made headlines earlier in the tournament when Djokovic revealed it was a tribute to his daughter, who had just started learning the instrument. And now, on her birthday, in front of the world, he did it again. It was his way of saying, "I'm here, but I'm with you." Always, after the match, Djokovic was asked about the moment, and his words cut straight to the heart. He admitted that missing his daughter's birthday wasn't easy. That she had been upset. That as a father, it hurt to know he couldn't be there to blow out the candles with her. But he also said something else, something that showed why Novak Djokovic is more than just an athlete. That he said he hoped the win would make her smile. That even from thousands of miles away, he wanted her to know this victory belonged to her, and that's what made the night unforgettable. Because yes, Djokovic is still chasing history. At 38 years old, he's defying time itself, pushing his body through battles most men half his age would struggle with, all in pursuit of a 25th Grand Slam. But what makes his journey so powerful isn't just the records, it's the humanity behind them. It's the sacrifices, the family stories, the moments where he reminds us that even the greatest champion in the world is still a dad who doesn't want to miss his little girl's birthday. For Tara, this match will be a story she'll carry with her forever. She might not have had her father there at the dinner table on her 8th birthday, but she had something else, an entire stadium, an entire world, watching as her dad dedicated a victory to her. She had the violin celebration, etched into tennis history, but written first and foremost in the heart of a child, and for Novak Djokovic, it was another reminder of why he continues. Yes, he wants number 25. Yes, he wants to leave a legacy that can never be questioned. But at the end of it all, it's about family. It's about proving to his children that dreams are worth chasing, even when the cost is high. The quarterfinal win over Taylor Fritz was another step toward history. But more than that, it was a father's gift, a message wrapped in sweat, grit, and triumph. Happy birthday, Tara. This one's for you.